Hey, welcome back to my channel. They call me Charisma. And I have a news update that I want to share with you. So thank you for joining me. As you know, the news is fast and furious. Every moment I feel like there's something new going on with the felon. And a couple of things have been going on. And the first thing I want to talk about is the Joint Chief of Staff, the Air Force General Charles Keyboard Jr., whose term was supposed to end in 2027 because he has a 4-year term. And he is only the second African American person to hold this position. He has been let go. And from the beginning, he was being threatened by the felon because, of course, they didn't want him there. And the only reason they didn't want him there was because of his race. And so I was on ABC News watching the clip of this whole debacle going on. And there were people in the comments. Some people were saying, that this was really about race because this is about this whole DEI thing. And so one of the people in the comments said that this was about performance. Now, this man's performance is not in question at all, because if this was about performance, he would have been gone a long time ago. And so I said, this is about race. So the person then decides, as most Cracker Barrels do, to try to come for something about intelligence, because they always want to believe that they're the most intelligent person in the room. And as you know, my picture is there so you can see who I am. So this person says, oh, you don't understand. This is not from Stuckville University where you graduated from. So I let him know who I was and let him know that I didn't graduate from where he graduated from or his mom, and to not play in my face. I noticed that when white people don't like your comment or don't agree with your comment, they typically want to come for some other thing. They won't stay on topic. They don't want to discuss the actual issue. They want to come for something else. So I found it very interesting, the person's comment, but I also find it very interesting that this man who is overqualified for his position is now being dismissed. Also, here in Virginia, IRS employees were dismissed on Thursday. They left their jobs on Wednesday, came back to work on Thursday to find that their badges didn't work. They are led into the building only to be told, pack your things, you don't work here anymore. Now, at my meeting at work on Thursday, we were told that if you are not coming to the office on a regular basis, if you work hybrid, if you work remotely, that's how you were hired. You're not coming to the office on a regular basis. You're not coming to the office every day, or maybe you don't come there at all, except to maybe come to a monthly meeting. Badges are being turned off every 30 days. So when you come to the office, your badge is not going to work. And then you have to call a supervisor to come down and basically vouch for you. Every 30 days, the badges are being turned off. These IRS workers were probationary workers, so that means they had not been there a full year. One of the ladies that was interviewed said that she had been there for 6 months. She had formerly been working in the private sector, and she changed jobs and started working for the IRS. Tamara Mowry's husband, Adam Housley, a Cracker Barrel that she chose to marry, and when she talks about how she met this man, she sounds very much like she was begging to be with him. He sounds very much like he didn't care if they were together or not. He has decided to get into the comments and talk about SNAP benefits and to state that they need to stop giving SNAP benefits to people who buy snacks, because it has been his experience that he has watched people in his growing up years go to the store and buy snacks and candy and all of these things to feed to their kids, and he talks about how unhealthy this is. Studies show, data shows that 37% of whites are on SNAP benefits, while only 26% of African Americans are on SNAP benefits. When those federal funds were frozen, the reason why they quickly became unfrozen was because of that data. There is this girl, and I'm going to call her Toothless Tammy because the top row, gone, who is from Michigan. She's on TikTok, and she is all over the place talking about how awful it is that they are taking her benefits from her. She has a 2024 BMW, and she has 5 or 6 children and that many baby daddies. She gets $4,000 a month in SNAP benefits. She pays $69 a month for her Section 8 housing. And she is furious that they want her to pay $300 a month and they want her to sell her 2024 BMW. She does not work anywhere. And in most states, a lot of states, especially in Virginia, you have to work in order to get your benefits. You cannot be a non-working person and receive benefits. Bill Clinton was one of the presidents that really enforced this law, that you must be working in order to get your benefits. This woman is getting benefits. She's getting child care. All those things are being paid for her. I want you to be encouraged that when they start talking about SNAP benefits, they're not talking about us. They're talking about them. And and it is really very annoying. And annoying is not the word. It's some other word that I can't think of. But all of this firing of people and walking in and demanding that someone explain to you why they should keep their job, because this is what Eloise Muskrat wants to happen now, the felon's girlfriend. He has stated that people with federal jobs must explain why they should be able to keep their jobs. They now have to fill out some document and basically explain why they should be able to keep their jobs. There's a senator from Tennessee, old white lady, who has been on C-SPAN talking about how, this is exactly how it should be, because most of these federal workers work from home and they're not really working. And I'm looking at this woman talk this way about people, and I can tell that she really believes that these federal workers that she's talking about are people that don't look like her. Because a lot of these senators, especially the grand old party ones, they don't know anything that's going on with the constituents. They get their money from lobbyists, and they do whatever a lobbyist says. If a lobbyist says, we want to build a casino right next door to a public school, and the lobbyist says, I'll give you X amount of dollars if you allow that in your community, they go for that. A casino that will encourage gambling, a casino that will encourage drinking, they'll do that. And they don't care where they put it at. They will put it in a neighborhood where African Americans live, who can't find jobs, who have issues with housing, all that. They'll put a casino right there and create whatever problem they can create and walk away from it and make billions of dollars. And none of that money will be spent in the community to make that community better. As she sits there with her jowls just a-flopping and saying all these things about federal workers that she's never met a day in her life. So, I can't leave the situation like this with all this just out in the universe because I don't want to do that. So, that's what's in the news. That's what's in the news. And the encouragement is to know what's true. To know that all of this is a part of change. to know that all of this is a part of these people who are not aligned, these people who live in constant jealousy, constant fear of being found out for the fraudulent, felonious people that they happen to be. These people like to see people be terrorized. How is it that you go to your job, you leave your job on Wednesday, and everybody, okay, bye, see you tomorrow, and you show up for your job tomorrow, and your badge doesn't work? They knew that those people were being let go, but you allowed that to happen to those people because it wasn't happening to you. You no longer have humanity or kindness for people. You just do as you please because it's not happening to you. So you think. So if you have not seen any of the videos that talk about chakra or solfeggio music, please look at those. I invite you to, I offer you to, because having your insides shored up, being solid within yourself, can help you be able to be out here in this world that is changing very quickly, where people are doing mindless things to want to see you be harmed, to want to see you be in terror, in fear, and to be minimized in a way so that they can then feel more superior. And it's not true. You are not anybody who needs to be afraid of anything, of anyone. So, thank you for allowing me to come here today. Thank you for watching my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. They call me Charisma because that's my name. Ashe.